Good afternoon, guys. It's Chris and Susan here from Ear to Ear Magic. We're here at Universal Studios, Florida, and this is going to be an interesting afternoon. Are you excited about this? She seems about as reserved as I am. We're going to do something that's completely new for us personally here at Universal Studios today. Now, they have unfortunately canceled all of Halloween Horror Nights for 2020. And I know a lot of Halloween Horror Nights fans out there are really disappointed, and that's understandable. Years and years they've had this event, and unfortunately they can't come this year.
Yeah.
But Universal surprised us all with announcing that they're having two Halloween horror houses that they're putting up during the day that all guests can enjoy.
Yep.
And they're only going to be doing it on the weekends, and this weekend is going to be the test weekend. So the 19th and 20th guests can come in over at Universal Studios and go check out The Bride of Frankenstein Lives.
Yes.
And The Revenge of the Tooth Fairy.
Creepy.
Now, it's going to be, I believe, virtual lines. It's going to be extremely crowded, really crazy this Saturday and Sunday. Today, though, for Premier Pass holders and for Premier Pass holders only, these little guys right here got us early preview access for today. So we're about to go in and check out the two Halloween horror houses.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. Should we just go ahead and be honest with them?
Yeah.
This is the first time Susan and I have been in any scare house here at Universal. This is our first time. We've been to other houses, we've been to other places, but we've never done one here at Universal. We missed out on it last year during our first time after moving here. So today will be our first experience. So we're a little nervous, guys. Now, videoing is not going to be allowed in the houses, but we're going to be talking before and after. So let's see what they're like.
Yep.
And let's hope we survive. So let's head on into Universal Studios and check out the two new pop-up Halloween horror houses that they're going to have this year at Universal Studios, Florida. All right, thank you. Wow, look at the queues for this thing. Now, I don't expect we're going to fill this queue nearly as much today as it will be starting tomorrow and Sunday. But, wow. As we're standing in line, I've seen a lot of people else in line, a lot of HHN veterans, those who are excited about the possibility, those who know kind of what to expect, but we know there's a high caliber quality when it comes to the scares that come in these houses. So I'm a little nervous because, I mean, we've done some, even ones over at Busch Gardens, Tampa, but from what we've been told, these really go above and beyond. So we'll have to wait and see what they look like. All right, so we're getting ready to come back to the main building here. I'm trying to get an idea. This is The Bride of Frankenstein Lives. So I'm trying to think about what kind of scares I could possibly put in here. Woo! All the scares. Rip Ride Rocket above us. People are screaming. What if we're gonna add some Universal monsters in here as well? If it's only gonna be just Frankenstein and that type.
I don't know.
We're gonna have some Igors. Some other creatures jump out at us. Alrighty, we're mentally prepared. Are you hating me for making you do this?
Yeah, pretty
Yes,
much.
pretty much. Okay, hating me. I get it. Not so much liking it myself at this point. All right, so they asked who's going to be the brave one, and Susan said I would be. So, whoo! Okay, so they've given me this light stick. I'm assuming I'm going to break it as I go inside the house, so the scare actors can tell where each of the groups are. I'm gonna making sure they're already broken. Are they? Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. So we can make sure we keep our distances. So I think we're gonna have to, maintain safety guidelines as we're getting scared to death. So.
Wish you a pleasant day.
All right, so guys, we're getting ready to go inside the house. They're not gonna allow us to video inside. So we'll see you shortly. Hopefully it will be me conscious and able to talk. So we'll see you on the outside. Oh, I'm a little nervous. I'm in a little trouble too for making her do this. I'm in big trouble. The things we do for you guys, we want to share with you guys. But, oh, here we go. See you on the other side. Okay, so we got it through the first one.
Yep,
Am I still okay? Am I still in trouble?
we're still in trouble.
I'm still in trouble. All right, so I was the brave one. I was given a, basically a light stick that was lit up. They did have cast members, team members in there, making sure that no one got too close to one another.
Yep.
Every so often, if you went from one space to another, they would hold you back if it wasn't quite your turn to get in. And it was loud.
It was very loud. They had plexiglass between you and the actors.
So it was, so what did you think?
I mean, it was scary. Definitely loud. It was almost a little less scary with the plexiglass because I could anticipate when someone was going to come out because I would see the glass.
Because the plexiglass was there?
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder if during the normal houses when you didn't have that plexiglass there, it was a little less frightening, or more frightening than the fact that they were right there at you.
Yeah.
So for me, it was very loud. It was a lot to take in, sense-wise. For someone, for me, that can get overstimulated very easily, it's a lot to take in.
Yes.
Now, also, because I'm having to wear a mask, my glasses fogged up every so often. So,
Contacts, people.
so every so often it was sort of like, I know something scary is happening, someone's screaming at me, someone's jumping at me. Is that somebody I know? I can't tell, my glasses are fogged. Oh, but my heart is going. My heart is going. It was a lot though, but we still got one more house to hit.
Yep. And only a few minutes to get in there, so.
I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be
That you actually go onto your app and there's going to be a virtual queue that you can sign up for. And then you get notified of your time of arrival and come in.
All right, so we just got finished doing The Bride of Frankenstein Lives.
Yeah.
That was loud. That was terrifying. A lot of jump scares.
Yeah.
Honestly though, and I probably shouldn't say this, I'm a little bit more nervous about this one than I am with that one.
This one just sounds creepy.
I mean, The Bride of Frankenstein, yes, the Universal monsters are scary and all that, but
You
we're
even know
familiar
what
with
to
them.
expect.
Yeah, you kind of know. There's going to be building a monster. There's going to be a laboratory. This is the revenge of the Tooth Fairy.
Ew. That's just evil.
It's going to be gory. There's going to be teeth.
I'm not gonna like
There's
this.
going to be teeth pulling.
This is the one that's getting him in trouble.
Yeah, this is the one that I'm gonna regret pulling her into. So guys, if this is our last video where Susan ever in a video does any videos with me ever again, remember this one. This is our last video as a husband and wife, maybe even. Who knows? We'll see. But we're gonna go check out and see what's going on with this Tooth Fairy. I wonder if it's the Rock. Maybe it's just the Rock. We don't have to worry about that. There's nothing scary at all about that.
Yeah.
You've seen that Tooth Fairy movie. Can't be that bad, right? This line looks to be very much longer than The Bride of Frankenstein, at least for the wait time that we got right now. It's wrapping back and forth several times. I don't even know what's around the corner over here. So we'll have to see what we got ourselves into. But hopefully, we only waited about 10 minutes to get into Bride of Frankenstein Lives.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can't complain about that at all.
No.
Because I know it's going to take a lot longer than that tomorrow. Sunday as well. All right, so let's talk about the 411 about all those who want to check out these two houses coming forward and moving forward, starting on the 19th and the 20th, Saturday and Sunday. Any guest, not just Premier pass holders, not just pass holders, but anyone can check out these houses. Moving forward as they enter in the parks here at Universal Studios, both horror houses are going to be found in Universal Studios. None are over at Islands of Adventure. So what you need to do in order to get into a house is you need to first enter the park. Then you need to have your Universal app open and ready because they are going to have virtual lines set up. So at the beginning of the day, they're going to have lots of spaces open as guests come in, grab a space, and those will be the first guests allowed into the lines so that you're not in a line the entire time. And the virtual line really helps in that way. But like they've done recently, such as with Hagrid's and other situations and rides like that, is that periodically throughout the day, every hour or so, they're going to drop more spaces in virtual line. So if you show up at park opening
And you miss it.
and you miss a part and you don't get into the virtual line, don't freak out just
keep
yet.
trying.
What we say to do, and this is what Susan says,
Pound the app.
pound the app. That
Just
means
keep going back
all
and
throughout the
hitting
day,
and checking and checking
keep
and checking
refreshing
and
on a
checking.
regular basis, and every so often, probably on the hour or certain times, they will just drop in
I see them
more
drop
virtual
this
spots.
randomly. So just periodically check. It varies depending on how quickly the line that they have set up moves through. Things like that can affect when they're going to next drop. So just keep checking. And the more frequently you check it, the more likely you are to grab one of those times as it pops up. They're normally not there very long. They open up and
they go
then
quickly.
they get taken.
So here's the first tip: get here early. If you're really wanting to make this your highlight and your focus of the day, get here as soon as the park opens. Get here a little bit before the park opens so that you're ready and maybe grab one of those first spots. If not, pound the app, keep it open, refresh it, and make sure that you just look for any of those openings that will pop open. And they will be doing this every Saturday and Sunday, at least for the Halloween season, if everything goes well this weekend. So we're gonna hope that we get on the second one here, because we're actually in line right now for the revenge of the Tooth Fairy. And personally, why does he need revenge? I gave him money. I paid him.
We gave them tea.
I owe him nothing. Some people. If he wanted more, he should have just asked. All right, so we're in the final little loop here. We're going to be going back down this line here to where the entrance is on the other side, stage 24. And we're seeing here is actually the exit. So you can see as guests are coming out. For the longest time, we've been probably 20 minutes with no movement of line, and that makes sense because nobody was coming out these doors. So it's kind of interesting to be able to watch as people come out and kind of gauge how things are going with them and how much they enjoyed it by watching as they come out. It's the Hogwarts Express. Watch as it magically disappears. And as it magically disappears, you can barely say the magic words. Return to Hogwarts. And as soon as it disappears, it reappears. We had a good 20-minute stop here, as they were obviously something was down in the house. So we had some time to kind of cool off in the shade and chill for a bit, calm down a little bit from the last house. Are you mentally prepared for this one now?
I don't think so.
No? I think you're going to be okay. I will be leading the way.
Yes, you will.
I will be leading the way, so
You'll be in front.
I will be in front. If you need to, you can just close your eyes. It will be the blind leading the blind.
Oh, yay.
But I think we're going to be okay. I mean, the last one wasn't that bad, was it? No, was it? We could do it again.
No,
We could.
I don't want to.
You can come and do it anytime you want to, moving forward.
Zero desire.
Saturdays and Sundays, we can come back and ride. We can come back and do this as many times as we like now. No?
Yay.
All right, let's wait until after we do the one with the Tooth Fairy and make a decision on that. I'll come back and bring the kids.
No.
So of course, face coverings are required all throughout. Keep your mask on. No touching live performers. Of course, they're all behind plexiglass, so that's kind of hard to do. No eating, no drinking, no smoking, no photography. So we will not be videoing while we're inside. And you cannot carry children. So children can come in, but they must walk on their own. Ready to go see the Tooth Fairy?
No.
That's our turn. We're up. Let's go do it. Okay.
Of young James Westall, who recently lost his first tooth. But when it neared the bed, the child in it jumped up and shouted,
No, this is my tooth. It belongs to me. You can't have it.
All right. So, did you love it?
No. No, I did not love it. I did not love it. It was scary. It was creepy. And I like the Tooth Fairy, and this did not make the Tooth Fairy into a nice person. I didn't like it.
Well, let's talk about the story here, because first of all, this is something in which the houses are going to be available to anyone who comes in the parks on Saturdays and Sundays, not just those who buy tickets. So therefore, really any family who comes to the parks can decide that they want to do one of these houses. And the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, well, they have to put an extra sign up toward the front there reminding people that, you know, children under the age of 13 may be a little too scared.
Yeah.
Maybe too frightening for those who are younger.
Yes.
The whole storyline of the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy is that young James, like Elizabethan times, you know, there's a story in which James has lost his first tooth, and his caretaker tells him that he has to give his tooth up to the Tooth Fairy. He refuses. He says no, he doesn't want to share his tooth, and he refuses to give the Tooth Fairy his tooth, and therefore he is going to be basically stalked and turned into a monster.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course he doesn't give up his tooth, and of course the entire house, you're face to face with all kinds of fairy-like creatures who jump at you and then scare you, and eventually you end up
And kill everyone in the family.
and kill everybody, and it's joyful fun for all ages. So keep in mind that unless your child is used to experiences like this, just because it's available and it's not necessarily something they would enjoy, especially if your child is about to or is may have near encounters with the Tooth Fairy, this might not be a good learning experience for them overall.
No.
So it was some good jumps, but like we talked about before, they do keep people in distance. The social distancing is there. So team members there to make sure that you don't get too close to other parties. So they do have little light sticks that they either hold or let you go to make sure. We never saw anybody else while we were in the house other than the scare actors. We did not have a light stick like we did at the other one. So there's no light stick to kind of see where the next party is. So I'm not sure why one is done and one is not. Maybe it's because the first one's darker. But it was well done as far as safety. I never felt as though there was any concerns as far as safety is concerned. But it was frightening. It was good. But one thing, as we mentioned before, because of the safety protocols put into place, they do have plexiglass in front of all of the scare actors that are right up close to you. Therefore, as you come into a room, you kind of have an idea.
You know where they're going to be.
You know where they're going to jump out because they're going to be behind the glass, the safety glass. So if you walk into a room and there's some plexiglass there, surprise, surprise, there's going to be a fairy come out at you. So, but the question is, do you still hate me?
I don't know. You're going to have to work it off.
I mean, we do it for our followers, right? We do it for our subscribers.
Yeah.
These are the people we do it for, so we can share the experiences, right?
Yeah.
You can be mad at me, but don't be mad at them, all right?
No, I'm not mad at them.
Okay,
Just you.
good. What? Oh, I guess I'll have to find some cool treats here at Universal to make up for it. Guys, thanks for watching. That was our very first Halloween Horror Nights houses experience. We did both houses. We survived. It was okay. We did okay. I led the way. I let nothing get her. She's good. She's gonna survive.
Only slight trauma.
No, slight trauma. I think we're gonna do us a favor, guys. If you find this the video to be in any way entertaining or helpful, give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. Give it a like. Share it with others who might kind of find it interesting to see what it's like for first timers to come into the house. And if you're not a subscriber to us yet on Ear to Ear Magic on our either our Instagram page, Facebook page, and especially here on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to us. Hit that bell notification for new videos, and we'll be glad to have you join us in our Ear to Ear community as we move forward, having more fun like this and new experiences. Just think, we're gonna do more and more houses every year, right?
No.
Yes!
No.
Joyful, all for the subscribers.
Oh, yay.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a magical afternoon, and we will see you in the parks.